getting back to the game we saw before, once again, very, very nice game. It was once again back and forth. Starbuck once again ends up taking the win, which is basically now a 3-0 against Sjow. Pretty hard to come back to, right?
No, this is a show, man. Let's hope for some craziness. You know me, I love me some proxy and some crazy goodness. So let's see something. And this is a great map for this. Is it best of 3 or best of 5?
It is a best of 3.
Okay, so yeah, let's hope for something really exciting. Proxy everything.
Okay, introducing our players. He's
Elmo or
spawning.
me?
Spawning in the top right-hand side of Neo Planet S. It is going to be the blue Terran player here. For property, it is Sjow.
I'm observing and I'm going to do the best I can because I suck at observing. Why do you do this to me?
Go for it.
And in the bottom left-hand corner spawning is the purple Zerg. And I'm going to make people motion sick, that's for sure.
Anyways, go for it. Sorry.
Winning the first game in convincing style, although Sjow bringing it back a couple of times. Playing really strong games all night so far. MiA Starbuck.
Yeah, and once again, just to mention it, I am extremely sorry that we just had a little restart of the stream there. But I think XSplit trolled us and we didn't have any delay. Which of course is not good if you want to stream competitive play. Because then stream cheating is always a thing, and we definitely want to have delays, so that is not really something that could happen. Sorry for that, but now we are definitely back. And you guys didn't miss anything, it was just a downtime between the games.
I don't think we suspect any of these players of cheating. I don't think...
No, absolutely not, but just...
It was just a matter of... yeah, it's just a matter of having that habit of... We do have 90 seconds on. Our observer, who's observing tonight, hasn't observed a long time because he's taken a managerial role within the team, so I think he just forgot, which happens. So we do apologise to the community at large for any people who are annoyed, but yeah, we don't, I mean, at this level between Starbuck and Sjow, they know each other fairly well. They know that none of these games have had anything out of the ordinary. It's just been sheer skill and determination every game that we've seen.
Absolutely, and those were awesome games. And just looking at the chat there, yeah, apparently Team MiA has a Facebook page, so go ahead and check that out. Feel free to leave a like there.
Thank God!
Because I think we saw awesome games tonight, and just supporting them is the least thing you guys can do. Also, of course, you can support us by clicking the follow button, checking us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Now let's get back to the game. We saw both players going for their main building first, so command center and hedge first. And now we see spawning pool and fetch the barracks just finishing up here.
Yeah,
Game paused.
we've just got a pause coming down. Not sure why. Probably a loose keyboard or something. Loose keyboard, loose key, or maybe dirty mouse or something. That's usually what it is.
Just opening another bottle of water.
Yeah.
You never know. Because
I find the reason I pause most often is because my mouse cable has gotten caught on something.
Okay, well that's also really annoying if that happens.
Yeah.
But staying hydrated during games is very, very important. Not just only in actual sports like football or tennis or whatever, but also in esports. You also lose a lot of water due to sweating or whatnot. So
yeah,
staying
especially
hydrated,
at these APMs.
Absolutely. I mean, that's basically a workout you're doing there, at least for your fingers. So staying hydrated is very important. And now once again we see Starbuck here with the Roach Warren. Once again might be looking for some early aggression here. But I think Sjow with already setting up a nice wall there with a bunker behind should be safe against any sorts of that.
I'm starting to develop a bit of a man crush on Sjow for the way he builds his walls. Usually it's like very like dainty supply depot, supply depot, supply depot, supply depot, bunker just placed nicely behind it. He's just like factory, barracks, supply depot, bunker. Screw it, everything I've got is a wall. And that's great. I love that. Why not? In the Warcraft 3 days, I remember you built a tower, you built buildings around the whole tower, and nothing could ever kill the tower. Anyway, we've got roaches.
Absolutely, I was just about to say that 9 of them are making its way or their way across the map here, trying to put some pressure onto Sjow. Let's see what he has. 4 Marines in a bunker and also a couple of Marines down into his natural expansion, so he should be able to repair that rather quickly. Hellion spots it, so he should already be pulling his SCVs there. Absolutely,
I don't think
not
it's going to
really
be enough.
too
I
much
think
damage
these roaches are just
here.
going to tear through whatever it is that they're... Or maybe he's just going to pull back because this wall is so tough. Although
look
the
at that, he
SCVs
can
can't get to the factory. Only one SCV can get to the factory.
Yeah, and also that factory is out of range of the bunker, meaning that those roaches basically can shoot as long as they want onto that thing there, and actually might even get rid of it.
That is tragic, because now it's on fire. Although it can still be repaired, though he's moving it in the wrong direction to be repaired. Though it's got plenty of health left. He's going to start chewing through these SCVs. The Marines are going to do a massive amount of damage to the roaches, but he's done quite a bit of economic damage, making that factory lift off, killing 3 SCVs, punching a hole in the wall for Ling run by as possible. That would have been a really nice follow-up. But yeah, that wall, so I take everything I said about that wall back. It really created more of a problem than an advantage for Sjow just then.
Yeah, but I think still having that wall pretty much saved his life there, because then the roaches would have just ran past the bunker and we would have something similar as in game 1 of the first series we saw between those two both guys there.
Yeah, definitely possible. He's I think he's going to commit to another push here. He's got Ling speed coming down. He's got +1 range weapons. He's got 10 Lings on the way. 2 more Overlords, Roach speed. So maybe try to punch another hole in the wall and get a Ling run by. That would be a really nice play, I think.
Absolutely, and so far, Starbuck also isn't really taking his third base, which is kind of weird, because usually facing a Terran player as a Zerg, you always want to be at least 1 base up, because otherwise you're just not in the means to produce enough units to be able to compete here. And since Sjow is on 2 bases, you would actually prefer to be on 3 bases your own. But Starbuck is not really doing such things as these. Now we have a full medevac full of Marines heading into the main, but already a couple of Lings are sitting there and trying to deny that. And really now we finally have the third base going down, but I think that's a little bit too late here.
Yeah, probably just gonna... I don't know whether... Yeah, well, I think that timing... Maybe he thinks he missed the timing window, whatever it was he was going for, and now he's just gonna... Although 7 roaches are on the way, maybe they're just defensive roaches. With this drop going to hit the third, but there's plenty of units and they're almost on creep, so they're going to get there very quickly. And that drop basically doing absolutely nothing. Big shout out to Darlassi in chat for filling in chat on what's happened in the stream so far after the restart. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Support of all sorts by you is tonight basically awesome. I mean, we are currently looking at 150 people watching that stream. At the peak it was like 225. I want to just grab a quick moment of time here and thank you guys so much for that. It means the world to us. And
this
also
is really
maybe,
exciting for us.
Absolutely, and also maybe following the channel would pretty much make our day here. Or maybe the night for Dale, since he's living in Australia and casting at 6 AM or what.
It's morning, it's 6:43 AM and I'm not even tired. What's up?
He ain't even tired. There you have
Alright, back to the game. So the third's coming down.
Yeah.
That drops. Yeah, that drop's coming down. Trying to get into the main, but it's being spotted. But there is nothing there. The Spore Crawler is in position, and a few Lings actually to deny that very quickly. These Marines are probably going to die as Sjow seems distracted by this enormous amount of roaches. Oh my god!
That is a lot of roaches that are just moving into the natural expansion here, trying to take out that wall. Already one-shotting the bunker here, basically. The SCVs are trying to block it, but there are not enough units for Sjow here. And Starbuck is just crushing over Sjow here. I think eventually he might be able to push that back just because he has the prime position right now, but he will take so much damage from that.
I think we're seeing a GG play here as the SCVs are being pulled with the limited amount of units that Sjow has produced so far, but there are just so many roaches. I'd like to see some reinforcements come here, but Starbuck have a 20 supply lead. And he is producing more units. He is getting pathogen glands though, so maybe looks like he's getting ready to go into late game. I'm not sure what he felt like he did there. Killed a barracks and a bunker and a couple of SCVs, and
he once again denied a lot.
Get the holy bejesus out of Sjow.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, that, and he denied a lot of mining time. He basically forced the third base to lift, which is now just getting landed and saturated with 2 mules. So he, even though he just didn't kill too many workers, he did a lot of passive damage. And also he bought himself a lot of time. He's now getting his +2/+2 upgrades, he's getting pathogen glands, he's getting his infestors out. He's just basically getting all the units that he needs. But with now 3 bases against 3 bases, he should maybe try and think about getting a 4th, as Sjow is once again moving out here. But I think Starbuck is already in a very nice position here already, with all his units spread. Nice concave here. I think he should be able to throw that back. And also once again with the money funnels.
So good with these fungals tonight. I reckon he's been practicing these fungals. It's just he hasn't really whiffed a fungal all night. Chasing those bio away without really taking any damage at all. Even the mine's not doing much of anything. And
once again, a couple of Lings are also trying to get into the natural, trying to work.
Oh, and he's going to get this
wall. Ow,
that
wow.
flank. That flank, baby.
Too good for Sjow.
The Sjow rallying out a whole bunch, basically an entire other army. By the time that Starbuck was able to get to the other side of the map, and that Terran macro really kicking in. As all of his production buildings finish up with their tech labs and whatnot. And Ling run by into the 4th base, all these SCVs having to be pulled away, but there is a very quick response here as those units were already very close. Nothing really going down there, I don't think. 9 SCVs having been killed, but that happened very early on in the game, and I think Starbuck can probably make this work. He's got a lot of fungals.
Here into the main base, sorry to interrupt you, they're trying to once again doing a lot of damage here to those SCVs, but that one gets shut down rather easily. But yeah, I think Starbuck is going, I think, a very risky path here. He just now only threw down his 4th base, which is once again really delayed, and he has to be extremely careful not to lose that army, or at least get enough trades for losing that army.
Yeah, I'm not sure those Ling. This is going to go very poorly for Sjow. The supply is about even, but as the rule of thumb goes, energy units get better and better as the game goes on. There is a small drop down in the 3rd expansion, 4th. Sorry, it's the 4th.
Yeah.
Yep. But he's not doing anything with it. He's just trying to stay alive. But look at these, the central fuel hooks coming online, and these banelings are going to come in. Infested Terrans going down. Money fungals on so much of these units. The Medivacs getting fungaled. All these infested Terrans coming down to shoot down whatever the hell they can. So many fungals still. Every single fungal basically going down, and the supply drops by about 40 food is the word that I was looking for. And a bust through coming through. Here we go. This massive army coming through. There just isn't enough to stop it.
Absolutely. SCVs are being killed now. Lots of damage going down there for Sjow. It is not looking good. Maybe he's able to fight that back once again, and behind of that also getting rid of the 4th base. Not really too bad looking here for him. But once again, he lost a lot of workers. Now 30 have been killed. Also another Ling run by into the 3rd base. They're forcing the SCVs to evacuate out of there. But with 3 bases against 3 bases, I think Sjow, at least economically, is in a fairly decent position here.
Sorry about that. Yeah, definitely. I think that Starbuck probably needs to start doing some economic damage. The Ling run-bys that he has been attempting have been in too small a number, and they've been picked off very quickly by a small number of Marines, even getting blocked by the SCVs in certain positions. He throws down the 4th again, it having been sniped, and Sjow moves out knowing he also needs to do some economic damage, but I'm not sure what he can get done here.
Well, looking at the army supplies, I think he can get a lot done, but as soon as those money funnels once again hit, it is once again looking pretty decent here for Starbuck. That 4th base once again gets taken up by a drop, but the main push will be once again fought back here for Starbuck. But still, he's on 3 bases, 2 free bases of Sjow. That is not really the prime position to be in. Definitely not.
There's a push into the natural here, a small amount of units just pushing in to distract Starbuck from pushing at himself, buying Sjow some time. Medivacs always threatening a really nice push. Although Sjow spreading himself a bit thin here, units on one side, units on the other. When a huge push is coming from the south from Starbuck, he's going to swing up maybe into the natural again and try to see what he can get done. He probably, actually, it seems like he thought there was a third there, and now that he checks that there isn't, he feels a bit safer and he can fall back.
But once again, a small group here of units is now walking into the third base here. Widow mines are being burrowed here. Will connect onto those links, but I think more hurting the own army. There once again nice fungals onto all of those medevacs. But I think the chain is not there to knock them down and take them out. Still, that third base is under fire. Nice Widow mine connect once again. Eventually, that push is being drawn back. But Starbuck just cannot establish a fourth base. And that is throwing him so much behind here right now.
Yeah, at the same time, those infestors are buying him so much army supply. Although he's behind economically as a Zerg player, from my understanding, not being a Zerg player, you want to be ahead economically of these mines being a pain in the neck. You want to have a base beyond your Terran opponent, but with all these fungals, he's staying equal. He's very, very much staying equal, and he's just so good with those fungals. There hasn't been a whiffed fungal that I've seen all night.
Absolutely. Now, once again, Starbuck is trying to make something happen. He has a lot of banings, so fungals are once again very, very needed here for him, to say the least. I mean, he's pretty much desperate to those fungals, because otherwise, I think he would have died already. I mean, take a look at Sjow. He's already on, like, 5 CCs. I mean, his main base eventually... he's actually on 6, or building at least 5 and 6. His main is already long mined out, of course. But he will shortly take his fourth base here. Of course, he has to be careful not to die to that attack that is just
here we go
into his base thing. But he has such a nice concave. Just look at that.
He does, but fungal growth beats concave every single time by the seams of it. And these roaches are going to come in and start cleaning up everything that's at such low damage.
Actually is not able to push through.
GG!
Well played.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
The score.
Those roaches just burned down so quickly after the fungals wore off. There was just enough units left to, just enough, I think, marauders left to really burn through those roaches. And then the infestors were just standing there like, uh-oh, we can't shoot.